Thank you, Emmett. And today marks the 10-year anniversary since the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide, marking a huge milestone for the LGBTQ+ community.
Now we join ABC 57's Giselle Valentin live in Benton Harbor for us, who spoke to one local organization that's reflecting on the progress and what's still to come. Giselle, good morning.
Good morning, Summer and Jordan. It was a historic day that changed history and changed many lives. June 26, 2015.
Love is love.
Out Center Executive Director Mary Jo Schnell remembers the day like it was yesterday. As soon as the ruling was announced, the community rushed into the Out Center to celebrate together.
We had a ton of people come down, and to be honest, in that front foyer and in the hallway, people were hugging, people were crying. It was really quite something because it was just a community-wide achievement across the country.
Since the decision of Obergefell versus Hodges, the number of married same-sex couples in the U.S. has doubled, now reaching over 820,000. Locally in Michigan, over 26,000 same-sex couples were estimated to be living together in 2023, with nearly 60% of them legally married.
So for me, I knew that I was queer. I understood that that was part of my story and my identity, even though I wasn't in an affirming environment, which is primarily the reason I wasn't out. So when I saw that, as MJ said, the Supreme Court of the United States was offering protections for LGBT people, I tell you what, that was important and memorable to me.
Over the last decade, Willow and Mary Jo say the LGBTQ+ community has gained more support and legal protections, with 70% of Americans now backing same-sex marriage, according to a New York Times poll. However, that progress has come with its own challenges. Both of them say they're concerned with some legislation, specifically targeting trans youth and people of color, along with the Supreme Court's suggestion to revisit the ruling.
The reality is it's on our doorstep now. And so we have to identify what's causing these hateful issues and doing everything we can to fight against them.
We're concerned, of course, but we also know how far we've come. We knew that it was a fight. We know that fight intimately. We can have that fight again. And we will succeed. We will succeed. We are not going back.
Both Mary Jo and Willow say they're focused on what's ahead, from growing local support, educating the community for a future they see as inclusive and resilient.
I hope to see a more wide understanding of how we can be together as neighbors, as communities, so that everyone can thrive. Not just people with a few $1 billion in their bank account, not just people who have a certain skin color that has been privileged, not just people who are cisgender and heterosexual, but everybody, because our communities include everybody.
I'm very hopeful, to be honest, because I understand where our movement has come from, what it has gone through. And so I think that's the thing. The next 10 years is got to be rudder in the water and keep growing that support, keep growing that activation and participation, keep supporting places like Out Center.
Now, the Out Center says it will still continue to provide resources and support and be a safe space for anyone who needs it. Reporting live in Benton Harbor, I'm Giselle Valentin, ABC 57.